We are standing on stolen land that rightfully belongs to the native people of this land, the Muwokma people, specifically the Ramaytush tribe. And on that note, we would like to welcome you guys to the Mihara Day of Justice. We are honored this year to rename our program after our esteemed alumnus, Sam Mihara, who graduated from Lick. He graduated from Lick in 1951, and his most recent work has been documenting and spreading awareness about the forcible evacuation of those with Japanese ancestry during World War II, as well as his experience living in a remote camp in northern Wyoming for 3 years. We are proud to honor Sam's work and would like to welcome him on stage to share some opening remarks.
Thank you. That's a fancy introduction. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. And I feel really honored to be able to have my name up on the screen. My gosh, my father and my grandfather, Mihara, would be really happy to hear that there's a Mihara Day of social justice. I appreciate that very much. I don't have much time, but I want to do something different than I usually do, which is they're giving you a signal to get off the stage. That's all right, thank you. But later on in the morning, I'm going to, at the workshop, I'm going to tell you more details about the social injustice that I suffered before, during, and after World War II. And also I'm going to talk a little bit more about the social justice that happened after I came out of the camp and after I went to Lick-Wilmerding and went into my career. But this morning I wanted to do something a little different. Because I think it's important for the purpose of this particular day. And that is to tell a little about my history, the personal story of what happened and how I changed. I really changed from my professional career to a career of helping others. And I want to tell you a little bit about that. My father and my mother were the original immigrants. They're the ones who came in from Japan as immigrants. And they worked very, very hard to try to make life a lot better for the family. And they suffered really bad, especially during the war. They were economically devastated when they were removed, and my father went blind in the camp, and Grandpa died, and it was really a difficult time for the family. But I remember my father kept saying, no matter what, you got to get a good education. That was the key to my father's success. And he said, that's going to be the key to your success. You got to get a good education, no matter what field you're in. And so I came to Lick-Wilmerding, and lo and behold, I was a C student, by the way, before I came to Lick-Wilmerding. But once I got here, I felt in love with math, and I loved physics. I can remember those two courses were really fascinating to me. I enjoyed it. And that got me going into the career of engineering. I went to Berkeley and graduated, and I had 6 job offers, unbelievable salary. Then when I started at the Boeing company, they did really well to me. They paid for my master's degree at UCLA, and I went on to help develop airplanes and rockets, and doing exactly the kind of things I was trained to do, and that was a great, great feeling. And I retired after about 42 years, and the company did well, except I wanted to do something different. Because, I spent most of my career doing engineering type work, but I wanted to do something really different. And then I got a telephone call that changed my life. The telephone call was from the U.S. government, Department of Justice. And there was a conference of lawyers. And they said, Mr. Mihara, can you speak? Can you talk about what happened in World War II? And I said, oh, sure, I can speak. I've been talking most of my life with the Boeing company. Let me gather some of my notes and study a little bit more about important cases that happened. And I gave a talk, and all of a sudden, the head of that of the conference said, "Thank you very much." And then he went off to his computer and on the internet told all 75